Oh my god, I'm like so far away. Is my volume working? Yeah, it looks like it's working. What's happening, everyone? Welcome back. Hope you're having a lovely day. Man, it gets hot in this room so quick when I don't have a fan. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me turn the fan on. Hold on. Maybe this will be a little better. That has to provide me some air. That'll do. And hopefully it's not in the microphone. Hold on. It's a little bit in the mic. It's a little bit in. Let me turn it a little bit. Maybe that'll do. Okay. How you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. It is time, once again, for my P.O. Box unboxing. Can I tell you? All right, I actually thought that people would like stop sending me stuff and slowing down and sending me gifts and things, but it has just been, and I do use this phrase very, very like on the nose, but a river of blessings that you guys have given me and sent to me. So as always, really, I do appreciate that. It's still incredibly out of this world that you do that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I really have like a wide angle on this thing. So the first package here, I don't have a name on the front. So we'll just dive on in, get into that. Now, today, actually let's open the package before I start talking. You know, before I start getting into things. Okay, so this album here, I knew this was coming because I was emailed this. This right there, that's from Jeremy. Jeremy, thank you for sending this over. This is Wise Blood with Titanic Rising. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Wise Blood, but if you want kind of like a modern Carpenters kind of sound, like same tones vocally, but with like a little bit more modern production in some ways, Wise Blood, you guys would enjoy this. The song Andromeda from this album is really, really good. This is really awesome. This is a great little album here. So thank you so much for sending this over. And I don't have a note attached on here, but I do know that it's from Jeremy. So Jeremy, thank you so much for sending it. I don't think there was a note in here, right? I don't think so. No. Okay. Just want to make sure. But I know where it's from. Let's move on to the next one here. Let me reach over if you don't mind. This is going to be from the king himself, David. David, I appreciate you. You know, when David sends me things, he always says a small token of my appreciation for all you do. And can I tell you, like, I appreciate that, you know? And I'm not trying to like blow myself up at all. But there's a lot of editing, you know, coming home after a typical full-time job, you know, recording and editing and stuff like that. Like, and I know, trust me, I know that you guys appreciate it. But it's really nice of you, David, to notice that and say that. So, thank you. So as I open this up, I think it's in view. Yeah, it's in view. Hold on. Got one last strong piece of tape right here. Hold on. I don't think I can open that. We're just going to leave it. That's a strong piece of tape. We got some styrofoam. No, I'm just kidding. We have some DVDs over here. Let me open these up. Got some DVDs to go through. Now you may ask, what are these titles? Well, I'll tell you. By the way, we just recently hit 1,000 subscribers on my movie channel. Isn't that kind of cool? To me, that's kind of cool. Let's do the movies first. There's some CDs here as well. Okay, so first of all, we got some Bruce Lee. And I am a fan of Bruce Lee. There was a time that I was really, and I do mean really, into any sort of martial arts movie. So we have the Real Bruce Lee Collection. Now on the back here we have Bruce Lee, We Miss You, Edge of Fury, Screaming Ninja, Bruce Lee, the Man, the Myth. So I'm looking at it, it says this DVD is comprised of clips from Lee's boyhood, including footage of his real father and selections from his formative years in the film industry. So this is actually cool. This is kind of like a behind the scenes then, basically, of his film career, and even before that. So that's really cool. Let me put these here on the bottom. So thank you for sending that. And then we have The Fist of Bruce Lee. Oh man, we're going back to my Bruce Lee days. And he put a note on here. Dave put a note. No Big Boss in this particular lineup, because Big Boss is like, I think, my favorite Bruce Lee movie. I know everyone goes Enter the Dragon, which is also really good. And then Game of Death, I think. But I really like Big Boss. The Fist of Bruce Lee. This includes 4 bonus films: Rage of the Master, Snake, Crane, Secret, Breathing Fire, Chinese Hercules. That is so cool. Now I'm looking on the back, it says that Bruce Lee is an undercover agent, blah, 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 but it's spelled different. So this must be like one of the, like, Bruce Lee kind of, not impersonators, but actors, perhaps, because I do know that, like, at the time, after Bruce Lee, maybe during, I don't know, I'm not familiar with the history, that there were a lot of, like, I don't want to say impersonators, but like I said, other actors that would kind of take up that mantle and, of course, be directly inspired from him. Then you have here, we're totally switching gears, John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara, The Quiet Man. I have never heard of this movie. Now, Dave put a note on the back that he highly recommends this one, but he says, do not read the description underneath. And I like he put the note right on it. Like, I can't even read the description. I don't know anything about it, but it's The Quiet Man. You know what's really funny? There's one movie that I want to watch for my movie channel. I'll get to that someday. It is The Shawshank Redemption. You know what the funniest thing is? That movie I'd be going into completely blind, because I actually still to this day do not even know what it's about. I've never seen it. I've never seen a scene from it. I don't even know what the story's about. So that would be like a really true blind reaction, right? Then, ooh, this is good. Modern Drummer Festival 2005. Let me read you some of these names. Roy Haynes, Sheila E., Chad Smith, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Ian Pace, all right, Jojo Mayer, Alex Alvina, I can't read the writing, Zorro, Keith Carlock, Chris Adler. You got some drummers on here, and percussionists too. And then on the back shows like who they're playing with. So you have Steely Dan, Sting, Deep Purple, Lamb of God. They stuck out a little bit. Then Santana. That's really cool. That's awesome. There you go. A little bit of the opening there. That lime green DVD. And then, moving on to the CDs. Thank you, Dave, by the way. The Best of Peter, Paul, and Mary. 10 years together. So we had just done recently a song from Peter, Paul, and Mary, If I Had a Hammer. And that was like the first song I've ever heard of them. Now this one includes Blowing in the Wind, Too Much of Nothing, Lemon Tree, Stew Ball, and a few other ones on here. And I like those little flower decorations on them. You can see their faces in bloom right there. Some cherubs, perhaps, or babies. Ooh, and then you see a classic right here. Carole King with Tapestry. Now, I can't remember. It may be. I can't remember if it's Carole King or Patti Smith or one of them that I've done a few songs on, and they've gotten retroactively blocked, which is really annoying. I don't remember if it's, I don't think it was Carole King, but it actually might be. I'm not 100% sure. I have to go back and look. But I had to edit the videos and the songs a little bit after. But I really enjoyed what I heard of this album so far. And if I do, continue to go on with it, I might just have to edit the videos from here on. But that's a classic. That's classic. Now, here's a guitarist that we haven't thoroughly explored. And when I say we, I mean myself. Haven't thoroughly explored, but Alan Holdsworth, huh? Alan Holdsworth, Frankfurt 86. That's a good lineup. I don't know the songs, but they look good. The titles sound good. CD and DVD of the historic 1986 live performance from guitar legend Alan Holdsworth. That's really cool. Thank you so much for sending these over, Dave. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. That's some good watching and listening. Let's move on to, hold on. I got 4 more packages here. Okay. So here, this is from SJ. SJ, thank you so much. I appreciate that. It might be a vinyl. I'm just assuming by the thinness and the size of it. I could be totally incorrect. Or a record, I should say, not a vinyl, right? Let's see I'm going to pull this out nice and gentle. And I have a note here from SJ. And actually a DVD and some other things in here. I'm going to pull these out. I'm going to put this to the side just for this exact moment. And nothing else in the back, so we'll put that right there. So, we have a note, which I'm not going to read, at least yet, because I I don't want to be spoiled on whatever's in here. Just trying to find a place to put this. Okay. So, let us open this tape that's on the back here. I'm sure there's so much noise I just made on the table. I'm sorry. Let's pull it out together, guys. I think you guys can see. The King of Rock and Roll. Is it Elvis? Cars and Girls, I Remember That. Enchanted Nightingales. Hey Manhattan, Knock on Wood, The Golden Calf, Nancy, The Venus of the Soup Kitchen. Now, I don't know what album this is or who it's from. Maybe you guys can guess before I look at it. You can guess from the track list there? Because I don't know. But I see now. Oh! Prefab Sprout, dude! How awesome is that? Look at Wendy chilling on the side. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. Prefab Sprout from Langley Park to Memphis, remastered from original masters. That is so awesome. Oh man, I love what I've heard of Prefab Sprout. Like, I love what I've heard. But they're one of those bands that, like, sometimes, like, when I read the comments, people really do not like them at all. And then some people really do like them. I happen to be one who really, really likes them. You know? Man, that's awesome. Thank you so much for that. Woo! I love me some Prefab Sprout. That's cool. Now, let me see what else was sent over. So I have a DVD as well. Scott Walker, 30th Century Man. Now, I'm not overly familiar with Scott Walker. I've listened to Scott's 2 through 4. I've listened to. Nothing else. Only 2 through 4. But he's awesome. This is really cool. Featuring interviews with friends, collaborators, and fans. This album, or not this album, this DVD paints an illuminating portrait of the ultimate cult artist. That's really cool. Even interviews of David Bowie, Radiohead, Brian Eno. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. And then I see something interesting here. This is pretty cool. I told you guys I love when you send something that, like, represents you, like a little bit of yourself, right? This is so cool. Look what he sent over. Visit Vale of White Horse Country. Right? A little travel pamphlet. Okay? But also sent some postcards. And I think I recognize this one right here. English Settlement, XTC. I believe so. That is really, really cool. That was incredibly nice of you. I love that. I love that. Visit Vale of White Horse Country. This looks like a pretty cool place to hang. Look at that, huh? I'm always looking for places to travel to. That's awesome. Like, I'm gonna show my wife this. This is awesome. Thank you so much for sending this. Thank you for the DVDs, the album. That's really awesome. And I see, like I said, I see your note here. Now I can look at what you sent because I see you wrote down what you sent. That is really cool. And I'm glad that you've enjoyed the turntable as well. I made sure I did some research, and it took a long time to make sure I researched, like, the right and proper things. So yeah, thank you so much. Let us move on to this one. This is from, I don't know if this is from the name I'm going to say, but it says Kevin on the front. But sometimes it's from, like, a distributor and that kind of thing. So I don't know if this is actually from Kevin. If it is, thank you, Kevin. If not, I'll find out shortly as I open this up. Now, you may not know, but as the night that I'm recording this right now, it's actually the same day I'm going to go see Steve Hackett. I got to leave after I do this. I don't know what video's coming out, you know, first and all that stuff. But yeah, it's Wednesday right now. I got to get ready to leave to go see Mr. Hackett. And you know I'm excited about that. Okay, so it looks like, yes, this is going to be from Kevin. So Kevin, thank you. I had to see, sometimes it is the person on the front and sometimes it's not. But Kevin, really appreciate that. Now let me take a look at what we got here. We have quite a package in here, quite a spread, if you will. So first, we have 2 albums, Lou Reed and Grace Jones, Island Life from Grace, and New York from Lou Reed. Why does the name Grace Jones sound familiar? I'm forgetting something and I don't I can't remember. I know I've definitely heard the name before, and I feel like I've even seen her. But I don't know if... Why I'm... There's something about her name, Grace Jones. That's really cool, though. And Lou Reed, barely even explored any of his stuff. But I've heard a lot of great things. I have plans for the future. I have a lot of plans for the future. It's just time. It always comes down to time. A lot of plans brewing, though. And then we have a DVD here. Martin Scorsese, The Last Waltz. The Last Waltz. One of the greatest concert films ever made. Who's playing? Let's see. The farewell performance of the legendary group The Band. Okay. So we've listened, I think, to one song from The Band, and I've heard of them. It's just time. But that's really cool. 117 minutes. That is really cool. The Last Waltz. That's a cool looking guitar on there. Is that triple neck or something? I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a really cool... Sorry. There's a really cool guitar going on over there. It's like... I don't know. There's a lot of strings on that thing. I don't even know if I can call it a guitar. And then let's move on here. Down here. Alright, we got some more. Lou Reed, we got Wild Child. Make sure I hold it the right way. Double play compact disc, Wild Child. And then we have Top Hits of 1750. Listen, we're talking classical. The one genre that I would love to do more of, and I'm trying little by little, but I feel so like a fish out of water because I don't know a thing. I have like a suite, I guess you would call it. I don't know what it's technically called. That I have in mind to, do in the near future. But I once again, coming down to time. But there is some more classical I have in my mind to do. That's been recommended before. So this includes Vivaldi, Handel, Bach, Dakin, Claret, Soler. Honestly, a lot of these names I don't understand or know or recognize at all. 16 tracks here, though. That's really cool. Sampler series, so that's good. That kind of helps you get your feet wet with those sampler series. Moving in, we have a DVD here. Dig. Heaven Sent. If universities ever start graduate programs in rock stardom, Dig will surely be a cornerstone of this curriculum. 2 DVD special edition. I've never heard or seen Dig. Says that Dig plunges into the underbelly of rock and roll, unearthing an incredibly true story of success and self-destruction. So is this a fictional movie? Because it's not naming a band, it's naming some people. Anton A. Newcomb of the Brian Jonestown Massacre and Courtney Taylor of the Dandy Warhols. Maybe it is a true story. I'm looking. I think it's a true story. I think it's a true story, based on what I'm reading here. So we may have to dig a little deeper onto that. I couldn't quite tell if it was fiction or if it was non-fiction. Now we have 2 more things within here. We have 2 CDs and I believe a shirt. We have the Dandy Warhols. Okay, so they must be a real band then. Okay. And then you have the Brian Jonestown Massacre. Okay. Hey, that answered my question right away. I have never heard of either of them, but now I know. Now I know that they're actually a real band. Maybe you guys will be laughing at me. Man, he actually thought they weren't a real band. I don't know. This channel's built on my ignorance. Now, from what I can tell, I think we have a shirt here. I think. We gotta open this up a little bit. Let's see. Ooh, that material. That's smooth. Pop that up. I'm so glad there wasn't like an album hitting in here because it would have just fell right then and there. This is some smooth material. Look at that. I'm looking at the camera lens and I just noticed it's a cat. What? It's a cat. Nat. Look. You don't have to be in the video, but look.
What? That's so cute.
It's a cat.
Is that gonna fit you?
Yeah, that's my size.
Oh, I I thought it was gonna be small and then I could keep it.
I was looking at it, I'm like, this is like a interesting design. And I'm like, it's a cat.
You couldn't tell?
I couldn't tell when I first opened it.
That's cool.
Speaking of which, of course, the cat comes in.
She's eating now. Excuse the crunching.
That's hilarious.
That's so cute.
I just wanted to show you.
Aren't you leaving soon?
What time is it now?
7:15.
Oh yeah, in a second.
Okay.
I'll be done soon.
Sake, enjoy your dinner.
All right, that was really funny because I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's a cool pattern, but it's like very abstract. And I'm like, oh, it's a cat. That is so cool. Thank you so much, Kevin, for sending that. I think my wife's gonna steal it from me. All right, we have 2 more packages here. So this is from the Sandoval family. You guys are always blessing me. I really appreciate that. You guys are you're all extremely loving, extremely loving and thoughtful. So let me go ahead and open this package here, and then soon I will be going. Let me open this side right there, and one last slice of tape. The cat's left, and I would like to close the door, but you know what? I'm going to close the door. So we have some records here. I need to close one more. I thought I had all the tape, but I don't. I do not. There we go. I heard the pop. You guys heard the pop? I heard the pop. So here we have, of course, a note. I love the notes. Oh, I don't want to be spoiled. I saw a few names. Now, let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Let me move a little bit. There we go. Now, only because this is the one name I did see on the note, this is going to be Procol Harum. Now, what's the name of the album? Good Exotic Birds and... It's a little missing a word there. Exotic Birds and something fruit. I guess I could look at a spoiler. Let me look at the top one. And, oh, it's just fruits. Okay. So it's Exotic Birds and Fruits. Okay. I have heard this album recommended quite a few times from Procol Harum. And we've explored a little bit from them, but of course they're one of those bands that you want to listen to a little bit more and explore a little bit more. You got Frampton Comes Alive. We haven't really listened to Frampton, have we? Frampton Comes Alive. Is this a live album? Oh, it's upside down. Hold on. I don't see the name on this one. I could, look and spoil myself, but I think it's just Frampton Comes Alive by Frampton. And then we move this. Bruford. Bill. Gradually Going Tornado. That's a cool album cover. That's kind of cool, huh? Got a little topography, a little globe trotting. Quite literally globe trotting. It's kind of cool. My cat's here now. Gradually Going Tornado. You speed up, end up in a whirlwind. You got Dave Stewart on the keyboards. Okay. Then, Rick Wakeman, Journey to the Center of the Earth. I have heard so much about this album. A lot of people talk about this. Recorded in the concert at the Royal Festival Hall, London Symphony Orchestra. I've heard so much about this one. Like when I see in the comments people talking about Mr. Wakeman, I always see them mentioning this album. Yeah, this was like one of his best ones they did. And then you guys, you've sent me a gift card as well. That, seriously, you really thank you. Really thank you. And as always, I love that you address it to both Natasha and I. So we both really appreciate that. So thank you. She said what?
Are you saying my name?
I was saying that the Sandovals had sent us a gift card again.
Sandovals. Thank you so much. We love our coffee.
That's for sure.
Matcha.
So really, thank you guys so much. And then I got one more package. And then I gotta get to the show. Last one here. My good friend Don. Up in Winnipeg. Don. How's the weather up there right now? Is it cold up there in Canada, or is it kind of mild? Because here, Florida, it's April. It's it's starting to warm up a little bit. You get 1 or 2 days still of a cool breeze, and I do use that word very lightly. as lightly as the breeze in which I'm describing. But overall, it's beginning to kind of turn towards summer right now, which, to be honest, I'm not a huge fan of. Floridian summer is something I don't think it's to be aspired to. It's just hot and humid. I like that 70s kind of temperature. I would say even going towards like, that's the coldest I would take it. I think it's good at like the 30s. The 30s is like a good temperature at the lowest. At the lowest. Highest, I'll take a sunny 80. I'll take a sunny 80. Anyways, let me oh, I thought I cut all the tape. I didn't. I'm missing. Oh, there he goes. It just popped open. Okay. So here we got some snacks, and you know I'm loving the snacks. I actually just started a diet. Not like an official one, an unofficial one. But I'm doing it. I'm working out and jogging, biking, all my stuff. We got some Nestle Aero real milk chocolate. That's that kind of chocolate that you bite into and it just melts in your mouth. That's the good stuff right there. Don, thank you so much. And I love the handwritten note over here as well. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I see. See, you described the weather. We're still getting snow. See, I hope by now that snow has melted. I know that you're excited for the Winnipeg Folk Festival as well. So hopefully there's some good music coming your way. You know, did I say good musics? We got a crunchy bar, sponge toffee. I do love some toffee. I've never heard of this one. That looks tasty. That looks pretty good. I'm going through the snacks first. Don't mind me. Maynards. Isn't that Tool's lead singer? Fuzzy Peach. Maynards. Fuzzy Peach. I'm imagining a soft peach candy. Maybe. I'm not doing a taste test right now, much as I'd love to. And then there's something here that you had sent to me previously, and these are good. The cheesies. These are the real Cheetos. These are the real deal Cheetos right there. And then, man, you're filling me up. Man, we're gonna be eating good. Wonder Bar. Peanut butter caramel experience. You know what I love? I love that these are all things that I've never heard of. I love that this is all new to me. Mr. Big. Isn't that the guy from Sex and the City? I know a little about a lot. See? I don't know a lot, but I do know a little bit about a lot. And you got O. Henry. Crunchy peanuts, chewy fudge, creamy caramel, covered in a chocolatey coating. It's chocolate day. It's chocolate day. And then finally there's a book and a DVD down here. The DVD, Lawrence of Arabia. Don't come at me now. Many, many, many years ago, I was like really, and I mean like really into movies. I mean like heavily, right? And I started watching Lawrence of Arabia. I did not get halfway through. I enjoyed it. I wasn't watching it at the right time, you know? Like, it was a 3-hour movie, if I remember correctly. You gotta sit down to watch this. But I began, and I was really enjoying it. Really, really enjoying it. It is a good movie. I just gotta actually finish it. And then you have, 7 Pillars of Wisdom. T.E. Lawrence. Is this, Lawrence of Arabia? I mean, it looks like him. It looks like him. Yeah, this is the actual autobiographical tale, the basis for the film. Oh, the first-hand accounts. That's actually really, really cool. I love stuff like this. You get the history behind the fiction, or at least behind the film. That is really, really cool. 7 Pillars of Wisdom. I like that kind of stuff. Hey, to everyone that sent something today, seriously, I appreciate it. You heard my wife. She appreciates it as well. We both benefit from this. I mean, that's really lovely that you guys take your time out of your day, your money out of your account, because it's not free to do that. Like, really, it's much appreciated that you do these things for my wife and I. You want to stop? What are you stopping in to do? I knew you heard it. You're taking my shirt?
I just want to try it on.
You're going to try it on? You're going to come in front of the camera?
No, I don't have makeup on.
Neither do I.
Ooh, this is a cool material.
It is, right?
It's
like athletic?
Swim.
Or like sweat proof or something? That fits good. You sure you don't want to go on camera?
No, show them what I'm doing.
She's going, meow, 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 meow.
If makeup on, I would go on, but I look really,
You
it's been a long
don't. You
week.
don't.
No, it's been a long week.
No, you look fine.
Why don't you try it on?
Now I gotta go.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for making my day lovely, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.